Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's game number 2 of Vega Squadron going against Team Secret here in Star Ladder / I-League, the Star Series Season 13. We're in Phase 2 of action, and it's Group B. And we got to see here, Vega Squadron, pretty strong-ass performance in game number 1. Secret put together their Ursa Magnus kind of a lineup, but it didn't seem to work out for them this time, or as we were saying a lot, Clairvoyance, the stars didn't seem to align. This is KotLGuy coming in for your main caster, but as I said, I got Clairvoyance joining me remotely here, and we got to see, Claire, what kind of changes Secret are going to be making to the drafting setup for now, and it looks like a possibility we may see the Doom. All right.
Vega Squadrons, possibly the 4th Doom game we see tonight. Maybe more for you, actually. Was there a Doom in the Game 1 series between OG and VP?
There was a Doom in every game. Yes.
Oh, yes, yeah, so they would still be 4th. Oh.
There he is. What a surprise.
Moment there. Yeah. My math was correct, but my memory was leaking.
It's okay. It's very much like Reborn. Team
Yep.
Secret.
I set you up.
Nice. Beautifully done, my man. Beautifully done. Shadow Fiend, Dazzle. This is kind of like a DAC classic. You know, you get your mid lane powerhouse and something Weehaw is sure to play. And you get your puppy Dazzle there to make the stacks, there to be there supportive. He offers the armor synergy. Nothing exciting there. But the response from Vega is now going for the Bane, who can be the +1 for the other side. So we could see the classic 2v2 mid lane, which I know mid laners just love to go through.
Oh yeah, it's an absolute favorite. Love playing against Banes, especially back in the day when they used to level Feeble at level 1, and then you'd be doing like 10 to 20 damage to a creep. So that was really fun.
Oh, wonderful! That just sounds like a treat. I'm not huge in mid play. Like I said, I'm the Bane, or I'm the.
You would be that Bane.
Yeah, and I'm like, this guy is nerd sweating so hard. I'm just gonna make his life hell and have an enfeeble, sir. Oh, you go to sleep. You go to sleep now. No CS for you. Yep. But same play here. You know, heavy emphasis in their mid laners that they kind of have that sweet start and can be a big factor throughout the mid game and beyond. So. Expect emphasis on this mid lane for coming out from both sides, and we'll have to see what no one who is a high caliber mid laner in himself is what he's going to do against potentially the Shadow Fiend matchup there. Will he be disgusting and cop out and be a Viper picker, or will he maybe go back to or will he go for a Queen of Pain or something like that? We'll have to see.
I love your little addition of sodium there on that one.
I mean,
it's pretty good.
There's only a few people out there who are big fans of Viper, and they're mutants,
Miracle,
is what they call
OG.
Yeah. I
mean,
mean,
the Chinese, of course.
Have we asked them personally though? Do they actually like it, or if it's just Fly like, listen, dude, I'm sorry.
Honestly, man, I don't think even Fly likes it. He's probably thinking to himself, yeah, this hero's terrible. I hate it, but we should pick it because it's good here. And I think Miracle's like, yeah, you know, my 8,000 MMR doesn't really allow me to translate that numerically on Viper, but hey, what the hell? Let's do it.
I mean, it's not like he's like a super OP hero where you see like the 8K players or even 7K players like, I got here because I spanned Viper. You know, I don't think that's how it works. Otherwise, you know, myself.
In an alternate reality, perhaps, but yeah, in this one, not so much. No.
It's just when it's in the right place at the right time, it just seems like the worst thing ever for your opponent, and that means he's doing a great job. So will that be this time? I don't know. I don't think no one's a big Viper player to begin with. He'll probably grab some capable mid laner. I was gonna suggest the Wind Ranger, but Secret one step ahead. Not real surprised to see that they ban it out here and now. What about something like the Tiny? Tiny kind of like hasn't been here the last few drafts, but it's something that more teams are picking up now, and you know, even without the Wisp. I wonder if it's something that one of these teams could consider here. Radiant Sight.
If anything, I think Secret would consider it, but I'm not sure if Vega would. I just don't know Vega well enough to know if they play the Tiny at mid.
But you can't forget the Slardar. Slardar somehow also has weaseled his way through and is typically a secret favorite. But they don't.
You know, that's what I thought was weird about this draft, actually. Normally Secret, I think I'm not sure if they're reluctant to pick up SF, but it's like, it's not known to be one of Weehaw's heroes. And I'm actually one of the people that don't agree with that. I don't think Weeha's like super exceptional on Wind Ranger and Meeple and then bad on everything else, or like mediocre on everything else. I think the player is actually very well rounded, very strong. I think even his Lina is like very good, and I don't think he made too many mistakes per se last game. I just think the game was hard. So like Shadow Fiend is just something that I never see him play. It seems like Secret usually want to give up the Shadow Fiend and play something like, as you mentioned, the Tiny against it, and play this aggro style where you just gang up the Shadow Fiend really hard. But as you mentioned, it's Slaughter, man. I think that's the hero that they would normally pick up. I guess their loss in the majors with the 4-game series with all 4 slaughter games changed their mindsets a bit.
I mean, I can't fault Weehaw. He's definitely been flexing his hero pool quite a bit. You know, I also was, especially at Nanyang, I believe, is when he was really flexing his hero pool a bit. You know, we gotta remember this guy came from being a Meepo spammer. There's no denying it. And he also played a lot of Earth Spirit. These are frowned upon typically, but
filthy hero picker.
Like who are these people? You know, it's just like ugh. But he has shown that there's a lot to it. I mean, you got to be a pretty damn good micro player to just even be that good at Meepo. So I'm sure when you're now with the hands of a Shadow Fiend, it's got its own challenges, but I can't imagine nearly as challenging as someone like a Meepo. But he's played a very formidable Shadow Fiend in recent history. Very great Tiny. Wind Ranger was probably his number 2 there for quite a while, but yeah, I'm curious to see. I also have seen them, though, shift it over and quickly throw Envy in a safe lane Shadow Fiend and give Weehaw something else. So just put that in the back of your mind, just in case. But
I was thinking with the pick, too, that could very well be an option. I really feel like Secret style in general is it's not really catered to a mid lane SF per se, and I don't really disagree with the SF pick. I think the pick is always very strong, even in this game. Again, there's a reason why the hero gets first banned. It's like no matter what you pick against it, sometimes the hero's just gonna do what it does. It's gonna farm up, it's gonna start pushing you, and then all of a sudden, 20-30 minutes into the game, you're getting high grounded, and you don't really have a tool or an option to deal with this over-farmed hero with massive amounts of damage.
10 seconds
but you know, let's see if Vega can do it here. We see the Lina pick up now, and that's most probably going to be that mid lane hero on no one this time, because obviously Wind Ranger and Quap are both banned out, and Secret respecting that at the middle line.
I'm not sure if Vega just kind of like quickly gets something that's left, because there's not very many options out there.
Panic mode. What do you play? What do we play?
Am I really about to play Tiny mid or something? Like they have to like figure it out. But Lina, okay, you know, something that Weehaw sported himself last game, and I'm sure something that no one has had up his sleeve. PL is going to be the last ban.
Turn to pick.
Oh,
is interesting.
That's a really nice ban coming out of Vega
ban,
too.
Yeah, because Ember was already taken out of the picture, and
Secret, you know what? I'm gonna just shoot it out and say Secret definitely wanted that. With the PL ban, like it's pretty much like a sure tell against the Doom especially, and all these like single one usage ultis, Lina, Heavy Burst, Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast, Connect, and Bane. Like a lot of Vega's tools come out of execution this time. Surprisingly, the tables have turned this game.
5 seconds
and
remaining.
Wraith King, that would have been a phenomenal pickup here. Wow, really nice ban.
Reserve time. 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's
remaining.
something that Envy has been pulling out a lot recently here. Now, where do you go from here now?
5 seconds
and
remaining.
make the most of it. Do you? I mean, frankly, what I'm thinking of is like maybe. Oh, I was gonna say like a Spectre or something, but
Vega squadron,
they got a Sven.
A Spectre. That would have been really good too, actually. They don't have that much damage or gank potential, so why not just go all the way and try to farm up and fight in the mid game? But looks like Sven, as you said, is the pickup. Warcry, I don't see the effectiveness being too strong this game, as most of Vega's damage comes in the form of magic or pure. But it definitely helps. Like Warcry is a spell right now that if you see it casted, heroes just don't seem to die in the duration.
Is there just some like weird interaction though? You got a Clockwork on your team. He's jumping in, dropping cogs, and you're like, hey buddy, I can't really get in there to fight. You mind? And I feel like that's always just something that can kind of haunt you a bit when you commit to a melee core when you already also
go against
have a
you, right?
on your team.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, but I think Sven, I think he plays with a Blink Dagger naturally, so it might be different.
I can't believe we're about to have a game where Slardar is just completely ignored. It's just something special, but
it's just the meta, man. You lose 3 games straight basically, and then you start doubting your pick. You have to change something, right? And a lot of these teams, they start with the picks and then it's the players.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, it's worked for most. Vega, last grab here though, and their offlane grab. What's still left? Well, the Slardar. So we may not make it out the game without seeing it here. And Broodmother was also ignored. Oh, but they got the Sven.
Actually, I would never run Broodmother into Sven.
Maybe that's why they got the Sven. They're like, oh god, we forgot about Brood. They might go for it. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Oh my goodness.
I see what you did there, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you how it's done. Come on, tell me that's not how it is. That is how it is.
You know, Vega. Actually, now that you bring it up, Vega are the ones that started playing Ursa, pretty frequently recently. I say frequently, but like they would just occasionally drop a game or two of it in like a 2 best-of-3 series or something
Yeah.
like that. Secret might have actually watched them play and try to do it themselves last game.
And Vega are like, I remember that hero.
Yeah.
Let me show you
It's
how
definitely
it's
out of
done.
their page.
Oh, this is great. All right, we'll see how Pasha could do it. Pasha is definitely getting a lot of positive attention from a lot of viewers now. This guy's really becoming a very popular core player. And, can't never hate on Vega. They're always that first team after a tournament. They're like, we're
10
staying together.
seconds remaining.
We're not
Yeah.
changing a thing. Don't worry,
First
Vega
eliminated, first to stay.
fans. Like, we're out, but I assure you we're still in it together. So I
Yeah.
admire that. Who doesn't like a team that actually stays a team?
No, I agree, man. They're so good. Like if they lose, it's definitely due to like an unlucky streak. Like these guys are very reminiscent of the old Power Rangers, except they're more
Yeah.
consistent, and I would say they come in a better form as well. They not only they can just take off random games, but they'll just win the series because they are that good. And let's see if they can execute this game to do it, because this time I feel like the ball is in their hands.
I mean, who would have thunk? I didn't really get a chance to look over the odds at the start of this series, but if it could be a 2-0 by Vega, that would be pretty swell, and everyone would not really know where to rank anybody. I mean, we're seeing Navi perform crazy good one day, and now Secret having a bit of a tough time, at least game 1 against Vega. We'll see how it's going to go this go around now. Vega 5-manning through this bottom woods. You got to remember last game, it was Secret who got the first blood advantage set up with that sleep skewer. This time, though, the
30
sleep
seconds to
will
battle.
not be set up. They are going to be equally spread out. Puppy even flirting a bit with danger here, but they are going to stay out of harm's way. Most importantly, and let's see what kind of wards they're dropping here, Claire. They dropped the pub ward here, the easy one straight north that sometimes you might not just anticipate. And they will even plant a secondary one. Oh no, that was the secret pub ward. Okay, I see now. They see that ward. That one's going to get countered right away. And
Yep.
Vega will secure the bottom room.
The battle begins.
All right.
Money to burn.
Level 1 rush commence.
Yeah, right? Oh man, that would be something special. Not going to see very many of those too often, especially at LAN, or LAN rather, so. But better get it at the online group stage while you can. Not happening here. And they're going to go aggro. An aggro setup from Vega into the aggro setup, or the tri-lane at least, is Secret. Oh, Clairvoyance, tell me, how is this going to be going?
Well, Vega definitely have the aggression option, not only because they're in this lane, but they have a lot more tools to fight. Secret, again, playing reactionary in this lane for the time being and just letting their solos, or hoping their solos would do better with the Clockwork as well as the Shadow Fiend. Mid's going to be somewhat difficult, I think, and no one's already putting in a lot of pressure on Weehaw.
Oh, they're putting it for Puppy. Bottom lane, they're going to get the sleep. Pasha runs in. You're going to get hit up with the nog,
Holy
and they got the
smokes.
last hit in there. Seema's going to be able to pick up that one, and he is the Slayer of First Blood. Oh, we got the Slayers going against each other, Clairvoyance. Seema the Slayer against Misery the Slayer. Nice.
Yeah, we'll see who's the real Slayer and who's the one that gets slain. But I think that right there is a very classic demonstration of why Secret have to play reactive. They needed Pala die there, but he was busy pulling, trying to get a better lane set up a minute down the road. But it's just so easy for Vega. It's one sleep, chilling touch on 3 heroes, and each right click becomes double damaged.
Yep. And that was just at the start with like level 1. Now you got a level 2 Ursa, so now you're going to get the swipes coming in, and this is rough. Rough for Secret, and specifically going to be a little rough here for EE to try to sneak in and get farm. Even stuff like that. I mean, Puppy's forced to pull out the heal. It's going to kind of mess with the lane a bit and possibly mess with the last hits of EE. This is just going to have to be the lane that I keep my camera close to, unfortunately. But I do want to check out mid lane a bit. We at 5-2 CS, and no one up and ahead, 9-3. Very nice.
Yeah, somewhat expected, I would say, between Alina versus SF matchup. But he missed the last couple of slaves, so that really alleviates the potential pressure coming out of him. No, Weehaw in the meantime, pardon me. Bottom lane.
They get the quick grab on your AA. Pi in trouble now. Pincer between the trees, and he will be going down. Pasha's going to pick up the last hit on that one, and they are going to continue to tussle here. Way outside the lane. They are just looking to throw punches, and it looks like, oh, swung, but not get it. Salve, and he's out. Pasha's fine. He's going to be able to make it away from trouble. Look at Seema, though. He's been making a move on Puppy. Now Sleep, and Envy's going to be the one in trouble. Nice D-sleep from Puppy, but that just makes an easy setup and an easy kill. Seema's actually going to get the last tick on that one, but this aggro setup is going very, very nicely for Vega, and Vega showing where Ursa really thrives in what particular lane setup.
Yeah, just wants to fight. It's definitely not a hero that wants to sit back and farm, and definitely play aggressive with the, that Earth Shock. It has so much good early value coming out of it. There used to be an Ursa build back in the day where you could max the Earth Shock and just go mana boots. And if you think about it, the nuke, it's a 5-second cooldown nuke that slows for 55%. It's actually ridiculous.
Man, I've seen a bunch of different Ursas. I see a Team Unknown when they were first making their qualifier TI run, and Mr. Kotaro Hayama was like safe lane Ursa straight to Midas, and somehow, some way, he just made it work. It was probably one of the manliest Ursas I've seen, but just one of those crowd-pleasing heroes that I'm just always happy to see get some game time, you know? Some people, I feel like they see it and they're like, I feel like it'd be great here, but it's an Ursa, and I don't know. If it doesn't go well, people are not going to be happy. Bottom lane, minor tussle here, just an easy poison touch harassment on the SEMA, and more creeps that Vega are just going to kind of squabble for themselves.
Yep, looks like they want to contest the pull further, and wow. Wow,
Okay,
wow.
Double kill in mid lane. It looked like an engagement where they traded each other and just died right under the tower. But the one getting the benefit from it, we getting the first kill technically, and we'll get the XP bonus.
That is not what I expected. Even with the Lina nerfs, I don't think Shadow Fiend beats Lina or kills Lina, but nevertheless, the kill is even in the sense that it went back and forth, and both heroes are relatively close to 6. As you said, we got the advantage with the kill first, so he'll be hitting 6 quicker, but his 6 is not as impactful as a Lina 6. And he'll still have to watch out for the Lina solo kill potential with the Laguna Blade.
They're just making things harder for me. I shouldn't have to, situations like that shouldn't really happen. And I'm busy down here with this crazy aggro setup, making sure I'm going to be catching all the action breaking down there. But the quietest lane of all is this top lane here. We got Misery going against Doom. It's offlaner versus offlaner right now. And, well, Doom, 20-0. Misery, highest CS in the game at the moment. Look at this, near 30-6 on his clockwork, man. He's level 6.5. It's 5 minutes now.
Well, he's got double the amount of mangles that that mag has, so you can only expect this result.
Absolutely. Roll bottom lane. Pie's in trouble. Nice two-man stun. Pie gets the grave. He gets the heal. But the stomp comes through. Pasha's going to clean up one. And they also are going to be able to take down KotLGuy. Look who's sweeping in now. Weehaw. What a sleep setup from SEMA. He avoids the raise and gets the hell out of there. What the hell's happening in top lane? Mag makes the move on to Misery. Just after we praise him, he gets caught up with a Doom, and now Doom is trapped. He has no TP. Phase out of there. Oh, he wants the creeps. But now he's too late. Rubik's here. Oh, Rubik can't do anything about it. But what the hell's happening bottom lane? Weehaw gets the kill and gets some revenge on the SEMA, but quickly no one shows up and finishes off Wee. 8-3 now for Vega.
Action jam-packed indeed, but boy, did you see that nightmare.
Oh, I certainly did. He just saw trouble coming, and he's like, I got to put myself to sleep.
Yeah. And immediately removed it out of himself and walked away with his extra movement speed. Really, really nice play by Vega, that whole sequence. And of course, dropping that jungle ward, not a traditional location, probably just dropped it because they wanted more vision for the fight. It is nighttime, but I think it dodges the sentry. I'm not sure. The interaction is always weird when you see the line of it when you click the ward itself. Even though it seems like it's on it, sometimes the players don't see it. And we're about to find out as Puppy crosses it in due time.
Back at top lane here, we still now have a lone KotLGuy. I know Misery's somewhere. He's like, I got a hook shot, I'm ready to use it. But he's waiting a long time mid lane for no one to show up. So that actually kind of goes both ways. No one's actually there, but here solo comes, I guess.
No one in solo, yeah.
They really are not making this easy for me at all.
Yeah.
Oh, Misery though. Oh, I thought he was going to get a brief sight of Bane right there, but he's going in. He's real hungry. He's just like, I got to put this hook to use. And I guess he'll head off bottom where there's no one there either. So he'll still be running around a bit. And the nice thing is Solo gets some solo time. He'll farm up and get close to his level 6 and get that Ice Blast in line. And Pasha said, I'm done with the boxing gloves a bit. I don't need to get too hot and heavy here. I got to spend a little bit of me time, and he's doing that in the top lane as we speak.
And quality time he sure will find by himself there. In the meantime, the surprising thing for me is that Weeha's actually at the top of the net worth board, even with 2 deaths. So You could say it's the power of the SF, but it's also attributed to his play for sure. Now, one thing that somewhat surprises me as well is that he opted for Presence of the Dark Lord at level 8 over Necromastery 4.
Oh, hold on. Misery used his hook to mid lane. He's dead now, but he used his hook mid lane, got some creeps, and unfortunately Vega were there and they swarmed him. And
yep, but he did use his hook.
he used the hook, though. He'd been waiting quite a while, and so have we for it. And next time, I guess he'll think twice before he gets too itchy at the opportunity to make a possible opportunity happen. And
that's the thing with Clockworks, really.
yeah.
You know, I actually have to mention Boba. He's the one who really started doing this back in the Sniper era. The team that he was on was like the only team that let Sniper through, and they would just pick Clockwork for him every game. And every game at 6, he would just port in mid and wait. And wait and wait and wait, because you know the Sniper's not going to farm woods. He's going to be a lane-centric hero. He's going to want to try to pressure the enemy mid laner. They just camp, and eventually they would get the kill. But it's different now. People are camping mids more. They're more wary, and Clockwork's definitely lost that grace, that ability to just take over the game alone. And I think that was a classic demonstration of that as well.
Well, now look where he's stuck at. He's back in lane with Pasha. He's like, this isn't really a man mode matchup I want to get into.
pretty much.
He's like, I'll just wait for the creeps to come, and I'll just take what little driblets I can and hope Pasha doesn't somehow jump my ass.
How often do you see a Clockwork that says, hey, I'm level 7, but I can't run into them?
But I can't do anything about it. Yeah. Oh, I mean, Vega just kind of dictating the game very well at the start, it feels like here. Mag is level 8, man. I looked at him. He's getting pretty damn gross. Seema's going to get some quality time with him, push forward, closer to get his ultimate here. And I know you're praising a bit Weehaw, and he still holds highest net worth, and you can't help but also give a bit of credit to the supports. I'm sure he farmed through some serious stacks to get that boost. I mean, if not, then I guess I'd be that much more impressed after 2 deaths without stacks being that big.
Yeah, still doing a really good job. And just before you did mention that Solo was about to crack level 6, and it's really nice for him too if he gets it by 10 or around 10. He'll be able to apply that much more global pressure. And speaking of which, Mag's going in deep, but I think Kai will be able to get out.
He's gone.
Puppy, however.
Oh, not so lucky. Boom. And the Puppy is going to Grave. Going to Poison Touch. And he's going to say his blessings. He's gone. Smackdown. Mag gets that last tick of damage. And now Vega can segue this into a tier 1 takedown, looks like. Getting a bit nervous here for Secret. I mean, what kind of outs do they have in this game? In last game, once Vega started really pulling ahead, the outs felt very, very minimal for Secret at that point with an Ursa. Do you think there's better chances for him this time now that they're going to be on the back of a Sven, which we haven't really talked about much as of recent? All he has in his hands is, power treads for now. He still has work to do.
Yeah. Normally, I would definitely agree with the Sven thing. In most Sven games, if you do lose the early game or have a difficult time in the early game, Sven's just that hero that if you can get the farm, eventually you'll get that one engagement where you 2-3 click the entire enemy team. But obviously it's really hard to rely on in a competitive setting, especially against a good team like Vega. And I think it's more on the SF this game, the SF and the Dazzle. It's going to come down to a scenario where Vega dish out a lot of ultimates or commit a lot of tools to take down the SF. And Secret are just able to turn the fight with the Dazzle, Clockwork follow-up, as well as Sven coming in with a nice stun. And Warcry buff on the SF is no joke either. And I think that's how they have to approach it.
Well, the meanwhile, obviously Pasha's going to find his window of opportunity to head into the Roche. There's no threat there as Secret took the time to push down the top tier 1 instead and find some farm for themselves. It's probably something they knew was going on, but knew they couldn't do much about, so they just kind of had to let it happen there. So now we see a very scary Ursa Bear with an Aegis in hand, and he is probably going for Blink Dagger, and he's almost got it. He's got it. Okay, never mind. He's got it.
I think Weeha's going to Shadow Blade. Yeah. Okay, there it is. I figured this was the item he wanted to go for, actually. As you said, with the Ursa getting the Blink Dagger, he needs to be able to combat not just the Ursa, but the lane push and map presence in general. Because obviously his Clockwork and Sven aren't going to be doing it. These heroes, they can't show themselves in the lane too much, except if you're Eternal Envy, you play a lot more aggressive in general. And as you can see at top, he's pushing out the lane deep.
So he's moving in. Oh, it's a swing and a mix from Misery. Weeha's still not going to find the opportunity. Now he finds it. Oh, it's Mag's down. He's like, I don't even need to use the ulti. I'm going to stand up. And it cost him his own life. Laguna flies out there from no one. They're going to get the return kill there onto Weeha. Now Pasha committing on in. A sleep for a setup on the Misery. Ice Blast will fly through, and that will lead to a 2-man takedown, a 2-for-1 trade. And Pasha does not even need to use his Aegis as of yet. The rest is Secret kind of scrambling around a bit. I don't know what Envy's doing. If I hope he's catching up some from behind, or now he's just going to opt to go for the woods instead. Promising things continue here for Vega.
Yeah. Nice. I guess it was an okay introduction of the Shadow Blade. Unfortunate for him, he did die, and that obviously hurts, but getting that Doom kill was quite good, I would say. It's going to hinder Mag's progression. Of course, he's the crux of this team, the Shadow Fiend. Weeha really can't afford too many of those kind of deaths, especially after he introduces the Shadow Blade now. Vega are going to be extremely aware, and they're going to start putting down sentries all over the map. And as we see, Sima already has 2 in his inventory.
Yeah. Not going to be the easiest there. And with Vega coming out in a big fight, that's them not having the Doom in their arsenal. Then it's just a promising thing to come. Oh, Vlad's now almost in order here for Pasha. So we'll get that in work. Misery, you know, fortunately, it's not been his best day so far, so hopefully he'll be able to shake it off. You know, also things could have been very different. He was able to land that hook shot, be in there, and could have prevented Lina or any of them from being able to get in and finish off Weeha after he made the jump on the mag, but those opportunities are just not there, and they need to be in the future for Secret, so we'll see if he's going to be able to kind of pick up the pieces from that point, and it looks like he's going to be building into the mech for his team, given that Weeha obviously needed to go down the road of picking up a Shadow Blade.
So, my guess is that Secret are not going to contest the top tower push too much. Vega's already well in position, and they still have the Aegis to go against. So probably a Fade Bolt after still Spell Steal, potentially, just to alleviate the push a little bit and have some more presence, but that's probably it. I think I want to mention this Sven build that's coming out. It's been getting some air. It's been getting some momentum. And the thing with Helm of Dominator Sven is that while it adds on to the tankiness, it doesn't really complement Sven's playstyle as a hero. And my personal opinion is Sven is by design, he's a very high-risk, high-reward hero. Yeah. And even though you can't build a Mask of Madness every game, you really need to look into the option of just playing him that way, maintaining that style. Like compromising the heroes, such as like Ember Spirit, for example, and building like super ridiculous amounts of survivability items, it really like negates the potential of what you can do with the hero as the game progresses. And I think Dominator is one of those things. Like I think he does like Dominator S and Y. I think it's really weak. I don't think Sven's one of those heroes by design that you can make him like a jack of all trades.
Do you think when you say that, is it because he's, and what makes him so high risk is typically you're banking on a big setup where you just jump in and you just blast like yeah. Hopefully 5 shots, their team is not waking up.
Yeah, he's a very timing based hero, and especially against heroes like Doom. If you get doomed as a Sven, you're done. Like, it does not matter what items you build. And I think he's gonna
and there you see the man matchup right now. They make the jump on the Envy, and he is just torn apart, gets the stun off, but the rest of the team is quickly there to swarm up behind him. And now Vega pulling ahead 13-4 and continue what looked like a pretty damn dominant series against Team Secret at this point, who are stuck now frantically pushing out the side lanes to make up for it.
See, I like that instance is a little bit biased for what I was saying, and I don't think it's like a fair assessment of the situation. But basically, if he had like a mask or a blink or something like that, he'd be clearing those creeps and he'd be out of there. This hero does not want to ever stay an extended period of time on any situation, at any place on the map. And I don't know, I just don't think the items that people are trying to opt for these days to try and compromise these things, it's enough.
You hear the noise? Did you hear
I heard it. Yeah,
Did you hear it?
Yeah,
that is weird. Oh, I missed the kill because of it, dude. You know? Oh, my bad. We got Weeha, but
yeah, some real stuff right there, Cotl.
I'm sorry. It was just like I was getting ready to go in the next thought, like, oh, this Aegis has got to be expiring, and then I'm like, oh, we get to hear that sound. Well, we got it.
You reaffirmed your sanity. You're not crazy.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I'm crazy bad at the camera, and I missed the opportunity to get Wee bottom lane, who does end up going down. He's on.
Yeah, he didn't even he got used up, and then they just he tried to Shadow Blade away, but he was still in tower range. Actually, I'm wondering why did he do that? Maybe he didn't spot the TP coming out of the trees there. I think you can see that one, but I'm not sure, depending on the position of where he was standing. Regardless, he does go down to the Lina. It was a very simple combo kill.
What's here in store for Pasha here? He's got a nice little cute Ogre Club picked up, so BKB seems to be possibly in order for him. And we're attention back to this bottom lane here for Vega. Mag nearby with Doom at the ready. Weeha, who already Shadowbladed in, was hoping for an easier kill, but they do realize there are a couple of Vega members here, and this kill is suddenly not so easy. Weeha is not going to be able to get anything off. This time Misery will connect on the hook shot. Can they burst him down quick? He's got the sleep, and quickly Pasha goes in right for Wee. They're going to annihilate Misery, and Wee's going to be next to go down here. They already have the Doom onto him. He holds on with the Grave and tries to get off as much damage as possible, and, well, they're only able to get down the Bane. And with that left, Puppey shred apart as well. 4 going down from the side of Secret, only because Envy is still split pushing up here at the top lane. He'll get that tower down, but Vega, big winners here.
Yeah, and Doom actually canceled the TP, so Envy realizes he's free to farm for a little bit longer, steal the enemy woods, and of course he has 5 TPs in his inventory.
Oh my!
That's the most I've actually seen without trolling, of course. He definitely panic botted.
Yeah, it's I don't know if it's a testament to where they mentally are in this game psychologically, but that is something
well, it could
else.
be seen that way, but it's probably like earlier when he was about to die, he probably just spam clicked his sticky or quick buy best he can.
Oh, it's
5 TPs though. I think
that's probably a first for him.
Yeah, first for everything.
This game's getting a bit mental, it feels, but we'll see who's staying composed now. Vega in a good spot. Look at this. Sweep
Oh
it
dear,
in,
he's
Envy.
gonna get run down.
Envy might need to use one of those TPs. Hurry. Oh.
Oh.
Can't get close enough for the Yules. Now he could. He's got the Yules. Ice Blast actually hits him, and he does not want to get hit with a Storm Bolt setup or something. He'll step back and away. Is Mystery close enough for a hook? No, he was not. So, no engagement will be had. Envy will be able to get it away.
I wonder if he got fogged for a moment by the shades of the trees or something, because he auto-attacked instead of using. And I know the Yule's range is shorter now, but he definitely could have caught up in time with his bonus movement speed. So regardless, it took a little bit longer than expected, and now they're gonna go for a different target.
Pi gets baked, and that's enough of that. I mean, that might have been just one of those Pi things. You know, he drew a lot of attention to the top lane, and he allowed time for Weehaw to kind of make some moves here in the bottom, pushes it up a bit, finds no opportunity to get a kill though, and he'll go right back into the grindstone of farming. And, you know, is the weight becoming even more on Weehaw's shoulders at this point? Because Envy, we're still looking at a Sven who's barely at 7,500 net worth right now. It's a struggle as he tries to complete out his BKB. Or do you think the BKB will be enough to, you know, really help out Secret here and maybe having a fight?
Again, there's so many tools on the side of Vega that can deal with the BKB's event. You have Doom, Ancient Apparition Blast, Bane, Fiend's Grip, Ursa that can just ignore a lot of the damage coming with the Enrage. I don't know. I just don't know if it's enough per se. I know he needs it for a fact, no questions about it. But even with the BKB is what I'm wondering, whether he will have that impact. And you know what? He's actually going for that SNY, as I mentioned earlier, with that build with the Dominator SNY.
Oh, you're
Man,
right.
I really don't like this build.
Oh, man. I don't know. I mean, I guess there's like, why go a BKB? They got a Doom, they got a Fiend's Grip. Maybe
I just don't see
but
I just don't see why you would pick a Sven if you're gonna do this build. It just feels like a Juggernaut would have been a better option most of the time. It does give him the stats again, but it's just so deceptive because Sven needs to do other things most of the time. It just doesn't let him do what he wants to do most of the time, I feel. But that's the end of that for the build, I think. I've already touched upon it enough, and maybe it'll work. I mean, we know now with the BKB, it's probably not going to be enough against all those BKB piercing ultimates. Especially now, Lina has the Laguna that's with the Aghanim Scepter, so that'll bypass that too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this very well could be the new build. Who knows? We'll see if it's going to be something to blossom into something special or not, as Envy heads himself all the way back to the bottom lane where there's a solo waiting for him here. Just trying to find some farm time. Gets his 11th now, so he's got level 2 Ice Blast at the ready. A big and crucial tool, which is very nice, even against the Sven, to prevent him from getting all that sweet life leech here. And he's
that's
spotted.
the map hack.
What the hell? And uh-oh. Oh, no. Boom. They got him. Laguna, he's done for. He's like that catapult. What the hell?
It's actually the range creeps have a map hack vision, and then the catapult's AoE of like aggro is bigger because it has longer range. That's what happened.
Oh,
that's sad.
That's
very
unfortunate.
sad. But again, Sven goes down, and that's honestly the fashion I see him drop. You know, with the BKB, even though you have all these ultimates that pierce it, it's like he needs it because he can't get disabled like that. And At this point, it's kind of like a regardless, no matter what type of thing, so it doesn't matter too much. But generally speaking, it's like heroes like SF and Sven, just by the nature of how they play Dota, like in your face and they want to get in attack range with you and stuff, they usually want to BKB.
We'll check on the other side though for cores on Vega. It's Pasha still building up. He's completed his BKB and still has a fresh Aegis here. I don't know how much time's left on it. I want to say about 2 minutes maybe, but I don't know. I don't see them putting it to use quite yet, but it looks like, as I said, that they are able to purchase up a smoke, and I think Vega are going to go on the move.
Oh, Puppy's dead.
I mean, he can't be out here this far and not expect something like this to happen. He rolls in, and Doom shows up, and Puppy is going to try to juke and jab a bit, but he is certainly going down.
There goes the Puppy.
With your corpse.
I mean, do Vega need to wait for much more before they decide to, you know, pull the trigger here and take advantage while they have an advantage?
I don't think so. I think they just take the tier 2 top now with the momentum they have for killing Dazzle. And then they'll have 2 lanes pushed in between mid and top. Of course, bottom lane's a little bit pushed out, but it's Ancient Apparition. He has presence and he has level 2 blast coming in from a very far range, which means it's more likely to hit many more targets.
Radiant's top tower
And
is
that's
under attack.
probably their goal. That's probably their time. I think they're gonna try to hit the high ground here, and depending on how Secret hold or how they kill the creep wave, they might pull. But
here comes Solo.
Radiant structures are
He's the
fortified.
one that's not with the team, so he's like the quarterback, way back, trying to go for the Hail Mary of a shot.
Radiant's top
No
tower
secret
has
member,
fallen.
though, who's looking to defend that tower, so he didn't have anyone on target. And we'll head back the other way. But we'll see if Vega are going to pursue and going for high ground here or not.
oh, I thought they should have. I think what Envy did is he misdirected their attention to the bottom lane where he showed himself. Teams usually react to that in 2 ways. They can either chase the guy that's pushing out the lane, Sven in this scenario, or they can just push, saying Sven's not there yet, we can do some damage or force him back. And I think with the advantage that they have, they should have definitely forced him back. The more aggressive of the two.
Viz Mag is right on top of Misery here.
Oh, the sentry. Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh!
Oh my goodness.
His toe, like, almost tickled the AoE there of that sentry. But it didn't go in all the way.
That was... Wow.
Oh,
Dire's
I don't know if that was an
middle
awareness
tower is
thing or
under
like
attack.
it, oh yeah, it must have been because
Dire's
they saw him pick up the
structures
invis rune
are
at top
fortified.
with that ward there. But Vega's at bottom now. They're pushing the
Dire's
base.
middle
Yeah.
tower
They're
has
coming in.
fallen.
Mag was looking for anyone to cross on over, but no one's there yet. Now
Dire's
already
middle
way into the
tower
high
is
ground. Look at this.
under
No one
attack.
way deep, getting pulled back even
Radiant's
deeper. Now
bottom
hit
tower
with the
is
stun.
under attack.
He does not have the Aegis, mind you. But the guy who does jumps right on in, and they're going to quickly take out Envy. Laguna and an Ice Blast is all it really takes.
Dire's middle
And with
tower
that, a follow-up on the Pylite Eye will allow Vega now to go into this tier 3. Secret need to hold here. All the meanwhile, Weehop pushing the mid lane. Look at this. He's already in the high ground doing damage on the tier 3, but is it going to be a worthy trade? I don't think so. Vega already took down the melee racks, and they're going to start heading back. Weehop is going to start heading out, and he only gets about 2/3 of damage done on this tier 3 right now.
Yeah, and he really wants to kill Mag here, but Mag's not going to give him the time of day. The creeps are too close to the tower, so he can't walk in proximity, otherwise he'll reveal himself. In
Radiant's
which case,
top
when he
tower
does,
is under attack.
between the Shivas and the Doom, there's probably no escape. I think he just chose like the lesser of the two poisons in that scenario and just went for it. I don't think he could have defended the base either, because the Doom is still available. Lina ulti wasn't necessarily off cooldown yet, but AA Blast was coming up, and Ursa still had the Aegis as well as the BKB, so fighting into that is definitely asking for a death sentence.
Oh.
Speaking of death sentences, Puppy.
Yeah, Puppy, this is like it's the wrong neighborhood, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
He's just
not the
walking
right part of
through
town, guys.
like a casual civilian, just like minding his business, and he is gone. So it's just Puppy Dazzle, after all, one of the lower net worths. It doesn't hand over too much, and he has a relatively low death timer if the push is to come. But obviously, I guess just Secret need to take that bit of intel and know that they need to stay on high alert. Pi already taking some measures here. We'll try to sentry down and get some vision back, but there's nothing for you there, my friend. And I don't think we mentioned it yet, but Pasha, with a DD in hand right now, has a Basher also recently picked up, and he might be able to put it to use on Weehaw. Ho ha ho ha ho! He's gone. That was vicious.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice combo right there. A real good combo attacker. Nice bash. Was that the first hit bash or a second hit bash?
I don't know. I was too busy making random noises.
The SFX, the sound effects, man, that were complimentary indeed.
And you can just feel the violence coming, and I guess it just takes over you at times. But he just makes a huge dent right there in the secret, taking Weehaw down. And they're like, hey, maybe we can force him to buy out now. How much better would that be? So they're just going to push themselves down this mid lane and see if they can force one. I don't think they can, though. They got 20 seconds left. Envy can throw out a stun. Puppy can throw out one of those. Looks like they'll be able to stall out, but do they stick around? Well, let's see what Vega decide to do.
They certainly don't have to. Roshan's spawning time begins in 1 minute, but this is Vega. They're feeling pretty confident now. Looks like they're going in.
Pasha certainly wants to. He's inching out front. Does not pop his BKB for the stun and could be in trouble here. Pops his R button and he just, whoa, slays Misery. And for the rest of, well, Vega, they continue to tirade on forward here. Pasha barely kept it alive, but will be taken down at the end of the Fade Bolt. And for the rest of Secret, they retreat back. Puppy's going to be forced to grave himself. KotLGuy making some trades here with no one, but no one hits a lot harder. And the level death coming in from Mag secures his mega kill streak. And a strong fight for Vega as they will be able to clear out the tier 3. Rax in jeopardy. Series in jeopardy now. Weehaw makes his return, a buyback from Envy, a buyback from KotLGuy. Vega tried to quickly 180 and get the hell out of there, but they can't quite make it away solo. Tried to hide under the Glimmer Cape, but they have the Sentry, and they will take him down. Mag, one of the few survivors. Also, of course, no one was able to make it away. But, hey, Vega now, 2 lanes where they have 2 different racks.
Yeah, and Vega are very happy with that result there. They did lose an extra Ancient Apparition towards the end, and unfortunately for him, they gave up the gem in the process as well, but that was a buyback out of the Sven as well as the Rubik. And I think the SF already... No, he did not buy back, actually, so that was kind of nice on Secret. But it just goes to prove to their worth that Sven's going to be hindered that much more. So again, they're very content with the result, and I imagine the next Roshan will be in their favor. They do have the Ursa, and they do have total control for the time being when it comes to map, when all their heroes are up. And Envy needs to be careful.
Yes, he certainly does. We saw that it only took a simple Laguna Ice Blast to finish him off, so
yeah.
Sit back, buddy. All right, he will relax for now. And oh, they trade on the other side. No one goes in the same time Pi does. Gets the lift back. Misery jumps in, but they have just jumped into a bad fight with a big mean bear, and he is just slashing them apart. Oh, don't look. No one is now godlike. 4 members of Secret are down, and Puppy has said, we are done here. He has thrown in the towel. Vega have just 2-0'd Secret. Congratulations again to Mag. His 1,000th one game is another victory for him. What a performance, Claire.
You know, they seem like somewhat landslide victories towards the end, both games, and not the result I expected out of the Secret versus Vega series, but really a testament to show that Vega, they stuck together and they're still in it, man.
All right. Not the way Secret want to start their Star Ladder journey, but for Vega, it's going splendidly well. This puts them with 2 series now, up and ahead of the rest. I'll try to refresh this page and see if I can get you an update as far as where the group standings are. You know, for right now, it looks like Group A, virtus.pro sitting at the top. They have a 1 series win. Alliance with a 1-1 split. Na'Vi with a 1-1 split. And OG only get 1 series, and they lose the other 2. They're at the bottom of the group as it is right now. Now, for this group, Group B, Vega sitting proud at the top. They have a 2-1 series and now a 2-0 shutout against Secret. CS Rejects have a split series 1-1. Secret now going to be down a series, and Liquid also down a series. So it's been a crazy Star Ladder so far, and a pleasure. Clairvoyance, thank you again for joining me on a short notice today. It was a lot of fun. And well, before I let you go, do you have any shout outs or maybe certain Twitch pages you'd like to inform people about?
Yeah. Of course. First and foremost, thanks again, man. It's a really enjoyable experience today with a lot of good games. Just wanted to plug in my Twitch. As most people who are familiar with me know, I don't have a Twitter, and that is somewhat explained on the Twitch page itself, but trying to get back into streaming, trying to get back on the grind. So if you could just check me out at twitch.tv/clairvoyance101. That's my new stream page, and I'll be streaming now as well as trying to get it going more frequently in the upcoming days and possibly make it a habit, So hopefully you check me out, show me some love, show me some support. And Kotl, thanks again, man. Today was a really good day, a lot of good casting, a lot of fun, and a lot of good advices, and I'm really thankful for that.
Not a problem, man. I had a great time with you, and I'm sure we'll be seeing more from you plenty. And as you said, check him out on his stream page, Clairvoyance101. For everyone else, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll have more Star Ladder action. We'll start out the day as always. It'll probably be OD and Rhyme, and then I'll look to take over thereafter, and we'll have some more quality Dota. Hit me up on my Twitter if you want to see what games are actually going on and what I'm up to at KotLGuy. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your Dota games, and take care.